Okay, looks like we're all working here. Okay, well, I decided to get a little early start in case we had another issue like yesterday with no internet. But it seems like we're doing pretty good here today. So we're at Hugh Ramsey Nature Park, right here in Harlingen, and gonna look at some South Texas specialty birds. And here's our first ones of the day. We've got plain Chachalaca, and mourning doves, and a house sparrow. But the main thing is the Chachalacas. They're fun little guys. Quick camera autofocus. Yes! Let me get out of your way.
Sorry, no.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Got a little bird blind. Oh, and here's a green jay. Swinging away on the feeder. We'll go up here into the main blind. Good little area to set up for a bit. They've got bird feeders, bird waterers, and some interesting stuff should show up here. Oh, hello, Chachalaca. And we've already got some enemies down there. My tripod in place. And there's a Javelina. 2 of them. These are not feral hogs. These are native. They're supposed to be here. Here at curve-billed Thrasher, that little whippet. I've got a few pigs. So I think I'm going to adjust my tripod just a little higher. And go ahead and switch over to my bigger camera. Because internet's acting up a little bit. Why it's getting unstable now. It seems like we should have. Might be because we're inside the blind. It's having a little issues with. Yeah. Maybe I'll just take my phone set it here behind me, where it's a bit more out in the open. Get a little hot spot set up there. So hopefully things will be doing okay. Make sure I'm not using up any bandwidth on anything else. I'll be watching my own stream. Here we go. Being temperamental. Up here. Put my phone way up high. That works better. Okay. Now I'm looking like I'm in the green. Just can't forget that my phone is on the roof of the bird blind. But, oh, and I am apparently fogging up my main lens on the big camera quite a bit. Get that cleaned off. Then we'll look at something. Because there's some more birds I'm seeing hopping around that we'll get a look at. Some nice South Texas specialty birds hopping up. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to my big camera here. So it is going to go a little dark in 3, 2, 1. And we're back. Oh, we've still got the Javelina down there. Porky pig. And here is, well, there goes a plain Chachalaca. And it's coming back. There he is. Plain Chachalaca. They just look like little chickens that are running around all over down here. Long-tailed valley chickens. They're being surprisingly quiet, but I am hearing a kiskadee. Chachalacas are always fun. We'll look at them until the green jays come back. Ah, speak of the devil, there he is. Green jay on the feeder with a couple house sparrows. Green jay is native, so he's good. House sparrows, not so much. Back to just house sparrows. And we got another bird down here. He's running away. There's the white-tipped dove that is walking in and out that we'll try and get a look at if he walks back out. Let's see, what else do we have? Let's go back to the pigs while we're waiting. Okay, white-tipped dove's coming back out. Let's see, where is he? There he is. Skulking his way through the undergrowth. White-tipped dove. So he's a little fatter, chunkier than your average mourning dove. White-tipped tail is where he gets his name. When you see him fly, they've got that little white tip. And if he'll come out in the open again, he's got a nice purple nape. Oh, here's a hummingbird, a rufous hummingbird. As usual, they don't hold still for very long, but so far that's the first rufous I've had here. usually get the buff bellies. Oh, and there's a giant hummingbird. Golden-fronted woodpecker thinks he's a hummingbird. Yeah, they like nectar just as much as anything. And you can see they've got that very long tongue that they use for harpooning insects. Works just fine for sticking down in a hole of a hummingbird feeder and lapping up some tasty sugar water. So nice little bird. Focus a little better. Here we go. But this is a male. See, he's got that little red dot on his head. Females don't have that. So if you see one without the red, you're looking at a female golden-fronted woodpecker. All the males have that nice reddish patch on top of their head. So we'll take a look if the female comes around later. But he's a nice showy woodpecker. Oh, and the rufous is making a pass by the feeder. Kind of annoyed at the large golden-fronted woodpecker hogging it all right now. But I'm sure once the woodpecker gets his fill, he'll move on and let the thirsty little rufous hummingbird come in. It's not a bright adult male rufous. He's a little modelly looking, looks like maybe a first-year male. And here I can see him coming back towards the feeder. There he is, rufous hummingbird. Sounds like the Chachalacas are having a little disagreement, chirping at each other. Hummingbird's moved on. I think that spooked him too much. So back to the Javelina. It might have been a hawk that flew by that just alerted all the birds, because they've all vanished. There's one mourning dove sitting right up here, perfectly still. So I think there may have been a hawk flyby. Come on, camera, focus on the bird. There we go. Yeah, that little dove is frozen in place. So there could be Cooper's hawks are around here. In general, Cooper's hawks like to prey on bird feeders and they'll fly by them. I went by the sheep's head woodlots out on South Padre Island yesterday and hoped to find a tropical parula, but no such luck there because there was a Cooper's hawk sitting in the bird bath for my entire stay. Did get to see the Anis hummingbird there though. But I think that might be what happened here, because the dove is frozen. That is one of the fear responses that birds have, is they will either try and escape, fly away, they will freeze, or at the very end they will try to fight back if there's something already grabbing hold of them. Here's another hummingbird. It looks like a buff belly, but he's flown away. We'll sit on the hummingbird feeder here for a second in case he comes back. The buff-bellied hummingbird is the most, probably the most numerous hummingbird that you'll see down here at this time of year. There are, oh, here, he's coming back. He's thinking about it. He's chirping, he's coming, there he is. Got a nice little red lower mandible, buff belly, green all down the back. Let's see if we can get a little closer on him. There he is. So the whole bill isn't red, just the lower part. Kind of scaly looking on the head. And of course, nice buff belly. Nice bluish wings, buff tail. A rusty buffish tail. And off he goes. Got a little feeder hogs down here that'll try and chase all the other hummingbirds away, so I'm kind of surprised that our little rufous hummingbird even managed to get in. This is what I like about this bird blind here. when the birds fly away, we can always go back and look at the Javelinas. There's something to look at. Yep, and the green jays are back. There he is. Nice green jay. And the second one on the feeder behind him. Let's get a close-up of him. There he is. Nice little blue head. Very, very green overall. Nice looking bird. And of course the house sparrows, ever present around the feeders. These green jays are the most common jay down here in South Texas. You might have heard of the brown jays as well. Those sadly have not been around for I think like 7 years was the last time one was reported down here. Gotta go down into Mexico if you want to see those. But right now I've got my fingers crossed that a brown jay will show up again, because I started coming down here right about the time the brown jays stopped coming down here. So I really want to see one in Texas, but have not gotten that chance yet. Tamaulipas crows came back after 7 years not being around. Got to see them, so it's about time for those brown jays to show up. They'd be usually down by Salanino, is the historical spot they've been showing up. But I'm still satisfied with green jays while we're waiting. They're a nice bird. And very common. Basically any feeder you go to down here is going to have green jays on it. And they are working their way north. They're showing up south of San Antonio. And I give it a few more years. A lot of these South Texas birds are moving north. Like the great kiskadees are moving upwards. They've been nesting around San Marcos. Green jays. Hopefully within the decade, one of the upsides of all these birds changing their ranges will be that I'll have green jays in my backyard. I'm waiting for that day, but satisfied with my scrub jays back at home for now. But these green jays got that nice blue on top of the head. If you go down to South America, like in Peru or Ecuador, you'll notice they'll look a little bit different. The top of their head's a little more light blue, almost silvery blue color. So they're a different subspecies down there. I'm not sure if there's been any discussion about splitting them into two species, but there's definitely a visual difference between them. But that is not the only thing that makes a subspecies split into a two full species happen. For instance, the mangrove warbler that we saw yesterday is a subspecies of yellow warbler with a very different looking head. It's got an all red head, which most yellow warblers do not have, and of course its the habitat preference in the mangrove swamps is very different to most other yellow warblers as well. But they're still considered a subspecies because they will interbreed, and the genetics isn't quite different enough. And they do respond to each other's playback. If you play a regular yellow warbler song, the mangrove warbler will respond to it, and vice versa. So they're still considered to be somewhat in the same species. They're subspecies. They're split out into different subspecies. Oh, pigs are running off. Pigs are running towards me and chasing each other around. Okay, I may have to jump up on a bench here if they decide to come into the bird blind. Javelinas aren't usually as aggressive as the feral hogs that we get around Central Texas, but I still don't want one nibbling on my toes. But yeah, so green jay subspecies. Different ones down in South America, but they're probably still similar enough that they're not going to be split. But I'm not an authority on green jay species. I'm sure there's going to be some genetic tests involved there too. Well, all the pigs just started chasing each other around, which scared off all the other birds except for our stoic little mourning dove, who's still just sitting right there in the platform feeder. I hear some chip, chip, chips. Sounds like an orange-crowned warbler. Good, it looks like I'm getting a few more people getting onto the stream to watch. And I said I'd be starting around 9, but after my experience with the parrot roost yesterday and not having any internet, I wanted to get out here, at least find a spot where the internet would be somewhat reliable so we could have a stream and see these interesting birds. And this little bird blind is the perfect little spot. So a little after 9, I'm probably going to pick up and walk around the park a little more. We might try and make our way down towards the little arroyo here that had groove-billed anis the other day. Be nice to see them, but I'm not sure what the internet will be down there, so we'll hang around here and see what other birds show up, which right now is limited to just this mourning dove. I think I see some green jays flying back. Yeah, the green jays are coming back. We'll go look at them. There he is. At least his tail. Got one up here, waiting on the branch. Now we've got a third one, just came down to the feeder. There he is. And I'm not sure if the audio on the camera's picking it up, but if you hear that chit 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 in the distance, those are the green jays. There's a few green jays around just chattering away at us. Get a little water here. Good morning. You've got some green jays down there right now.
Yeah, I've got a bushel basket of them. I have a friend across the Royal where I live. I got that this morning.
Oh,
and they were crossing from the Royal.
They were just here a few minutes ago, then they started chasing each other around. I think I've got, what's down here?
I like taking pictures like this.
Oh yeah, nice up close to the face of the hogs. There's a curve-billed thrasher down here.
Oh, that's what it's called?
Yeah, it's the little gray thrasher with the big orange eyes.
Okay. I took a picture of him earlier this week.
Yeah, he's a nice little bird. Little special South
I got some
Southern
jay
US
pictures that I really don't take a whole lot of them.
Oh, the green jays?
That and
yeah.
kiskadee.
They are all over the place. But they're very photogenic.
Got a fancy camera. I lost my screen.
Oh.
Just this week.
It doesn't.
It doesn't show up. I can see the viewfinder, but it doesn't show up.
Huh. Well, sometimes the little cables in there can get damaged over time.
I don't know. I'm a little disappointed. Sometimes I use that screen because of my eyesight.
Yeah, it helps.
The girl that told me that, I dated her when I was in the 8th grade and she was in high school. And later on, her husband was my CPA. And he up and died of leukemia a few years ago. And I knew she had a good camera. And I'd already seen her pictures in his office. So I stayed in touch with her, and she said, I'm going to buy one of these. And I said, we'll buy 2 of them and I'll pay you. And no, I don't want to do that. Okay, so I went ahead and ordered one. I told her such this last month. I didn't know why I loved her more than my camera.
This is good looks at the curve-billed Thrasher.
Hmm?
Oh, I'm streaming online, so I'm talking to people online.
Oh,
oh, you're fine. You're fine. But yeah, so you can see.
oh,
There's
yeah,
the Thrasher.
That's a good one.
Keep him centered up here. Yeah, there's been some interesting birds coming through here.
I got this camera that I was down on the royal at a neighbor's house, and luckily I had my tripod on, and I had two big birds fly past me down the royal, and they landed in the curve about a quarter-mile away. I saw where they landed, and I got the camera focused on them, and I got one of the best pictures I believe I've ever gotten with the camera, and it was 400, 500 yards away.
Nice. Oh, buff-bellied hummingbird's back on the hummingbird feeder over here.
I was attacked by 5 dogs this week.
Oh!
They're in the dog pound right now.
I think, well, I guess, yeah, I have been attacked by dogs, not in the United States, but down in Ecuador. Chased around by a pack of dogs.
These got brave enough to nip my shoe. And I'm an ex-cop here in town, and I was going to kill them with my knife. And I tricked them into getting into the backyard. And by doing that, called the cops, called the dog catcher, and they all went to jail. Let's see, oh there he is. This is the one I took with the camera.
Nice, yellow-crowned night herons.
Uh-huh. But they were so far away I couldn't see them.
Oh yeah,
This
got
saw
it
it.
zoomed in real good. Yeah, it's amazing what some of these cameras can do zoom-wise.
Oh, I gave way 2 of my 35s. I had a A1 and an F1.
Ah, right.
And I got rid of both of them. $1,500 for one, $1,000 for the other one. This is under $500, and man, what pictures it takes. And you can edit them.
And it's a lot lighter than this thing that I'm carrying
Oh
around.
yeah, I'll never buy one that had removable lenses. Cause like you say, they're hard to carry.
Yeah. Yeah, it wears on the shoulders. But, hey, I'm not getting much else
There you
exercise these days. There's Javelina's back.
Yeah. I took some people down to the hummingbird feeder and let them watch, and 2 of them was getting in a fight about where that one is. I figured there was either brothers and sisters or 2 brothers.
Yeah, there were 2 of these javelinas here earlier today, and here comes the second one. Then a third one came in, and they just all started chasing each other around.
After Texas, I grew up north of Rainville right as the ranches start, so I've killed a lot of javelinas, and we ate them.
Yeah.
But now I'm kind of ashamed I ever killed one.
Well, at least you ate them. Get some use out of it.
Oh, we shot them out of the front yard sometimes.
Yeah. That's a pig.
You got a really nice setup.
Oh yeah.
I'm not computer literate at all. I'd go crazy trying to. In fact, I didn't know how to get video on this. I thought I took video of the dogs right there biting me, and I didn't do it. I couldn't find it. And a guy out here showed me how to do it, how to take a video. But that's how much I use it. I use it for texting mostly. Picture taking and texting.
Well, there's so many buttons and gizmos on all the devices these days.
And they're different. And I had my stepson come show me how to get my email and my laptop. As soon as he walked out the door, I forgot. He hadn't been back.
I don't know where all the birds went. There were a bunch of birds earlier.
It'd be unique to get one to land on one of them's shoulders there. I was looking for food to give them, but I ain't found any yet to give the javelinas float out there.
I think seems like they're finding plenty of food.
Out of the feeders,
Yeah.
birds drop out.
I think the green jays might be coming back. Yeah, they're over here at the water.
Yeah, they're getting water.
Come on, take a bath. Give us a show for the video.
You must own that four-wheeler out there. The red one?
The red one, yeah. Well,
I was reading the back of it and I thought, oh, I got a nut here somewhere.
Yeah.
No offense. No.
Oh, I am bird obsessed. I absolutely am.
Well, when I was a cop way back in the 70s, they wanted me to start printing my pictures way back then. What I took was, of all things, a Yusika, the cheapest Yusika you buy, 35. I still have that camera. It still works
nice.
good. The thing with the Yusika, it doesn't have anything automatic on it. If the battery goes down on it, all you lose is your lighting indicator.
All right.
And you use it enough, you know when not to take a picture. I used to use all slide film. I have ice chests full of slide film.
There's a good look at the green jay. Oh, well,
Oh,
of course,
off.
it flies
Yeah.
off as soon as I zoom in on him. Well, he'll be
Well, I'll
back.
let you to your wicked ways.
Well, enjoy your day, and I hope you get some more wonderful pictures.
I'm not here every day usually. Starting this week. The only time I won't be here is when it's raining.
You got the bird blinds. You can sit in here. There's a green jay coming back.
Good luck.
Have a good day. Ooh, Buff-belly's coming back. There he is. Buff-bellied hummingbird. Come on, land. Land. There you go. Oh, come on. Come back. There he is. Buff-bellied hummingbird. This angle's a little better for seeing his red bill. He flies off as soon as I say it. Oh, there's two of them out there chasing each other around. As hummingbirds do. There he's back. I didn't really see the one he was chasing. It might have been that rufous that was coming in here earlier, but there you can see the red bill. Good looking hummingbird. They are a noticeable size larger than the ruby throats and the black chins, so when you're down here and you see great big hummingbird flying in, you usually pick out that is going to be a buff-bellied hummingbird. Just heard a blue-gray gnatcatcher off to the side. We'll see if he comes out. They're not seed eaters or insect eaters, but they will definitely come down to water. Oh, buff-belly's back again. Camera will focus on him. There we go. Buff-bellied hummingbird. And if you can hear that little rattly chirp sound, that is the buff-bellied hummingbird. That's usually the sound they make. It's not a single chip, chip, chip like you get with the black chins or the ruby throats. They don't squeak as much, but they do a little fast repeated 3 or 4 chirp notes, chip notes, however you want to say it. But it's harsher than some of the other hummingbirds, so if you hear that little, and they'll just sit up in the trees and do a really harsh chip note as well that stands out a little bit more than the other hummingbirds. So if you're down here and you're just hearing this constant chirp, 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 chirp coming from up in the trees, could be a buff-bellied hummingbird. Go back over to, ooh, that's an Altamira oriole. They come to hummingbird feeders sometimes, so maybe he will come down here. Look at Piggy until Altamira might come down. Let's see if I can see him. I'll just move around and get him in the camera, but I don't see where he is up in the tree. Buff-belly's back. Oh, oriole just came down. There he is. Altamira oriole. Hiding behind some sticks, but still a gorgeous bird. There he is. See that orange shoulder patch? There's a smaller but similar looking oriole down here. Yep, and he's coming to the hummingbird feeder. Similar oriole down here called a hooded oriole, but they have a white shoulder patch. Altamira is much bigger, different sound, but you can always be sure if you see that orange shoulder patch that we're looking at an Altamira. That is a good looking bird. Drinking away. If you want to attract orioles to your yard, hummingbird feeders work very well for that. Putting out oranges also help. They love to eat an orange. And I can see there's some oranges that people have stuck out here like about a week ago, but they get moldy and old and dry up. So be sure to replace your oranges every day ideally, but especially if you notice any mold growing on them, you don't want to make the birds sick. You want to keep it fresh so they'll keep coming in. That is a nice looking bird. And off he goes. And the buff-belly's much closer now. Nope, flying off. I think he was waiting for the oriole to leave. Yeah. It's like, that's my feeder. What are you sitting there for? You're giant and orange. And the buff-belly perched on a branch. See if I can get him. Oh, maybe. Did he fly? Yeah, there he is. So they'll just kind of pick a favorite branch near the feeder and hang out there until they get thirsty again or decide to go chase something off of their feeder. And if you go out to West Texas, the rufous hummingbirds are often the bullies. They'll take over a feeder and chase all the others off. But this little guy, he'll chase the rufous away. He's just a little bit bigger, but not so big that he loses his agility like you get with the larger blue-throated or magnificent hummingbirds. They're bigger, but they'll get chased off by the smaller rufous because they're not nearly as maneuverable. Ooh. You're not getting the extra channel of transmission, which is smell, but the pigs definitely have an odor. Even way out there, they're probably, I don't know, 25, 30 feet away. When the wind blows this way, you get that musky smell of pig. So, when you're at home watching this, you have the added bonus of not needing to sit out in the heat, and also not needing to smell the piggies. Nope, oriole's back, higher up in the tree this time, sitting up there. A nice look at him if you'll look this way. There he is. Now his head's behind a stick. This one's another bird that you really only have to come down here to South Texas to see. If you want to see him in the United States, you get him in other countries, further south, Mexico. But as for seeing him in the US, come right down here to South Texas and you'll get a good look at him. That is a very nice looking oriole. Get my camera to stay on him. There he is. And he's being cooperative, so I'm going to get another drink of water. Buff-bellied's flying closer. I think the buff-belly hummingbird might be an attention hog. You can hear him chirping away. Like, look at me, I'm pretty too. Forget that big orange thing. That oriole turned around. Nice bird. And I think, yep, he's going back for more nectar. Poor little buff-bellied hummingbird's just getting all annoyed at him, but there's plenty of sugar water to share. And off he goes. Let's see if Buff-belly comes down. Oh, I think they are both full, so back to the piggies. Javelina. Camera focus. There we go. Good looking pigs. Seems like the other birds are not around as much. See how we're doing on time. That's a little after 9. We'll stick around here a couple more minutes. Then I think there's another feeding station and a few ponds we can walk over to if I keep the internet as long as I'm going over there. It would be nice if a Thrasher came back. We got the curve-billed Thrasher, but I'd like to see a long-billed Thrasher out here too. Curve-bills are a little more widespread. You get them out in Arizona, New Mexico, I think even out in parts of California. But the long-billed is mostly just down here. Buff-bellied hummingbirds coming back. There he is. Hearing the blue-gray gnatcatcher off to the side. There's something moving further back. Now. Tis a rodent. all the bird seed. Huh, he left. It's the first time I've seen a squirrel get onto a bird feeder and then depart the bird feeder without draining it. Let's see. There's the rodent. And this is just regular old fox squirrel. It's all around. Hearing the golden-fronted woodpecker chattering. Chit, 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 chit. Oh, I hear a black-crested titmouse coming in. They should come down to one of the feeders. Here's another southern bird. If you live further north in Texas or in other states, you probably get the tufted titmouse. If you live in central Texas, you get both and hybrids. We'll see if he comes in down here. Usually they don't stick around on the feeders too long. They're one of those that like to jump in, grab a seed, and then fly off to a perch to break it open. We've got birds sneaking up behind us now. That's part of the issue. So we'll come over here, look at some more green jays. A little hanging feeder. Good looks at the green jays. And, oh, there's the titmouse right in front. We've got house sparrows hopping around. Nice look at the green jays. And titmouse again is coming out. Oh, he's coming onto the bench. There he is. See that nice black crest before he flies away? Titmice move around a lot. They don't like to hold still. Oh! Curve-billed thrasher. I think that's one of the better looks we've gotten at curve-bills on this trip. The mourning doves. Coming in, but see that nice bright yellow eye? Orange eye when he turns this way. Kind of being a bully there, chasing all the other birds away. Yeah, he's not letting the green jays in. He doesn't like to share. And off he goes. I think there's people walking up to chase the birds away. With a cat on a leash. I'd say that's the first time I've seen someone having a leashed cat. Out for a walk. Now the birds are going to come back. What's behind us? Oh, they just moved all the green jays around to the other side. So we'll spin back around here. And there's the green jays. I hear some fussing chatter up there. It sounds like a Vireo is scolding. Probably white-eyed Vireo down here, though the blue-headeds are around from time to time. Yep, I just heard him, white-eyed Vireo. A pig disagreement. Titmouse is on. There he is, Titmouse. Black-crested titmouse. And I think I just heard an olive sparrow off to the left side of me. high-pitched whining chip call. Oh, there's an orange-crowned warbler, actually. If I can get him out. Orange-crowned might come to the water. Keep an eye out for him coming into the open. Yes, you've got more green jays. Still hear the curve-billed thrasher whit-whitting away. Oh, the white-tipped doves are coming back. There he is. Oh, wait. No, you're a mourning dove. Usually the mourning doves fly in, and the white-tipped doves walk in. I guess that mourning dove is wanting to walk. Oh, here's a white-tipped dove off to the left. See how they walk around? Very fat-bodied dove. I think the pigs are kind of keeping them away a little bit. They're very cautious doves. There he is. He's just slowly working his way out, running along the ground. And every little thing spooks them and they go away. Well, the fat little mourning doves. There he is. Mourning doves just sit and pig out. Oh, that's a mourning dove. As I said, just sitting and pigging out. Come on, little white-tipped, you can come back. There's nothing here, it's gonna hurt you. Move over here, just a little bit. A better view on this water drip. And this was probably where the orange-crowned warbler will come in, if he does come in. They are not seed-eating birds. They will enjoy some suet or peanut butter and lard mixture, but you won't really get an orange crown coming in and sitting on a seed feeder very much. But they will come into water, absolutely. And all those things you're seeing in the background are just house sparrows. We are right in the city of Harlingen. Yeah, there's a white-tipped dove in the back behind those house sparrows. Yeah. If you're ever flying into Harlingen, this little park is only 5 minutes away from the airport. So it's a great place to stop on your way in or on your way out if you're looking for something to do. Waiting for other people to arrive. Come watch the green jays, the big fat squirrels, the pigs. And I think the Chachalacas are working their way back in from the rear. Green jays. Gotta love the green jays. And there's a titmouse in the foreground, doing his fly in, grab a seed, and fly out thing. You can hear the golden-fronted woodpeckers coming by. Chuck, 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 chuck. Oh, here's a closer green jay. Yeah, green jay and a mourning dove. And a titmouse, black-crested titmouse. Grab a seed. Oh, he's being picky. Trying to find a perfect seed. And here comes... Oh, titmouse just flew back. There's a titmouse. And the valley chicken, plain Chachalaca. They may have a very plain name, but they are very interesting little birds. Lots of fun behavior to watch them. Flicking their tails around, chirping at each other. I always like watching Chachalacas. That's the only Chachalaca species here in South Texas, but if you go further south, Costa Rica, Ecuador, Peru, you can find different variations of Chachalacas. There's, I don't know, 10 different ones down there or something. I have to look in my field guides and count them up. But just get the plain Chachalacas here. We didn't hear it this morning, but usually when it's just getting light out, if you're in an area where the Chachalacas have been roosting, it is extremely loud, and you'll understand why they're called Chachalacas. That is, they kind of say their name. Keep hearing that white-eyed Vireo in the distance. Hopefully he'll come down to the water. I think I hear another Altamira oriole up here somewhere. I missed him the first time around. We'll see if he comes back in to get some more hummingbird nectar. Right now it's mostly just the Chachalacas, the squirrel, and the mourning doves. And of course the pigs. Pigs are always there. Almost always there. There's that oriole. I am hearing him. He's giving little calls. Sitting up in one of the treetops, but I just can't see him yet. We'll give it a few more minutes here, see if anything else interesting comes in. If it slows down anymore, don't have anything else to look at, we'll go walk around a little bit. But as long as we've got Chachalacas and I'm hearing this oriole, we'll give it a few more minutes. Come on, oriole. Or that olive sparrow I heard earlier. That would be really nice if he came in. It's another really skulky little bird. Don't like to come out in the open and show themselves. Oh, we've got the golden-fronted woodpeckers coming back. Something's got the Chachalacas on edge. Huh. I don't know. Oh, there's a pig walking underneath him. Guess they don't trust him for whatever reason. Oh, oriole just flew by. So he may be on his way over here to the hummingbird feeder. Porky pig doesn't scare him away for whatever reason. Piggy, piggy, piggy. And I think the Chachalacas are working their way back down. See him flicking his tail up there. Come on, come down and get some food. Maybe make some noise. There's activity on the water feature, but it's all house sparrows. Bird feeder. There's a nice little mourning dove just sitting there. Chachalaca's flying by in the background. Something spooked the mourning dove. And the green jays. Green jays and house sparrows. And a big fat squirrel in the background. No matter where you go, house sparrows seem to be spreading out everywhere. Just an insanely adaptable species. At least they usually stick to the cities. I don't see them far out in the countryside all that often, unless they've got a reason to be there, like an established feeding station. Oh, buff-bellied hummingbird's back. There he is, buff-belly. This little red bill. Now if you see one, oh, what was that other one? I did not catch that second hummingbird. Could have been another buff belly, or it could have been our little Rufus. I'm guessing it might have been the Rufus, because they're used to being the feeder bullies, and he looked like he was coming in. And buff belly just was not having that. The fussing wren. Or no, that's the Titmouse. Fussing Titmouse. Stare down of the pigs. Oh, wrong button. There's a green jay coming down for a bath. At least a drink, but come on, don't get your feathers all ruffled in there. You can use a bath. Jump on in. Okay. The white-eyed Vireo is much closer now. It just flew across the trail. We him. That would be awesome. They're usually kind of hard to see. Speaking of kind of hard to see, there's a white-tipped dove running across the trail, showing himself for a brief few seconds. I'll go back over to green jay. You can hear buff-bellied hummingbird chipping in the side of the path over here. He might be coming back down. There's a hornet in the hummingbird feeder. And more green jays. Let's see if I can catch him here. Oh, buff-bellied is buzzing around. He's going back to his feeder. Golden-fronted woodpecker sounds like he's coming in. He might come down to the hummingbird feeder as well. Yeah, I can hear. I see the woodpecker up there higher in the tree. Too high for me to get the camera on him right now. This is the constraints of the bird blind. But I have a feeling he's going to come down to this hummingbird feeder here in a minute or so. And until then, I'll just go back to piggies. Some green jays flying in again up ahead. Well, things seem like they're slowing down a little bit here. Let's see what's in this. That is a house sparrow. So I think we might just go walk over to the other bird feeding station. Have a little change of scenery. So I'm going to go ahead and switch back to my wide field camera, so it'll be dark in 3, 2, 1. And we are back. So now you can kind of see the wide view of the bird feeding area. Grab my cell phone off of the roof of the bird blind, so I don't forget that. And hopefully we'll keep up decent internetage while we walk around. Okay. I might come back here a little later and just see how everything goes walking around, but for now, let's go see what else is around here. I think we can get at it from the parking lot side, and that'll leave us in an area with a bit more cell service. As we get deeper into the trees, just from being in the bird blind, it was dropping off a little bit, so I think we're going to have to be fighting the little bit of interference everywhere. Too many trees in the way makes it too slow to stream. Okay, up high we have Anhinga. Very long, pointy heads, long pointy beaks, big tail. Slimmer looking than double-crested cormorants or neotropic cormorants. At least I think they're Anhinga. Just looking at this little screen is very blurry. They're flying like it. Let me get some binoculars on them to be absolutely sure, but yeah. You can see they're circling around. Different flight pattern than cormorants, different shape of the wings. See how they glide like that with the really long outstretched neck. They might be migrating. And what is this? Turkey vulture. Always got to check the turkey vultures down here to make sure it's not a zone-tailed hawk. You don't want to miss one of those. There's a house sparrow box right there. Some people mistakenly call those purple martin houses, but at least this one, I can hear the chirping in there, is a house sparrow box. And there are all the house sparrows. That's kind of the loop here. Yeah, I think this little trail over here is how we get to the second feeding area. Let's see if there's any feed out there at all. Wish the camcorder would focus on something other than the tiny little bit of my lens in front of the camera. It absolutely refuses to have a good focus on the background. But let's see, what have we got here? More plain Chachalacas. Okay, my tripod's folding itself up. There we go. A couple Chachalacas. Pecking at some, looks like someone threw some chicken scratch down there. Chachalacas are not very picky. They'll eat any kind of seed you throw out there. They'll eat peanut butter, lard mixture, suet, berries, insects. They are basically valley chickens. They act like chickens. Eating whatever they can get. Oh, and here comes a green jay. I think he got surprised by me. Hello, green jay. Indulging in a little bit of platform feeder brunch. You can hear the wing whistle of mourning doves, and sure enough, there they are. They're very common, they're very widespread, but they're still a very pretty dove. See that little bit of iridescence on their neck. Yeah, it's always fun to chase the rare birds around, look at something new, exciting, but don't overlook the common everyday birds. They are still interesting, they still have differences between them, you can watch the behavior, and if you take a little time to look at the details, they are very pretty birds and fun to watch. But I won't spend too much time looking at the mourning doves because I don't get to see the green jays nearly as much. Or the Chachalacas. Getting all puffed up. Get out of the middle of the path so people can go by. Oh, there's a thrasher. Another curve-billed thrasher. Nice orange eye. Lightly spotted on the breast.
The guy from the parrots, aren't you?
Yes! Howdy!
Did you see anything good?
Well, there's the usual suspects, Chachalacas, green jays.
We were looking for the awning.
Oh,
See, any suggestions where we could find this darn awning?
I had it here 2 days ago.
Oh, you were the one?
If you, the Ebird report with the coordinates.
Yeah, but we couldn't figure. I didn't put the two together.
Yeah,
Oh.
that was me, but let's see. That was, how well do you know the park here?
Pretty well.
Pretty well.
We've been here 3 times.
Okay, so there's, all the way at the far end, there's the arroyo, and then there's a little channel that comes into it, kind of an old falling apart bird blind down there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I heard it from that little blind area, and then it was right along that corner of the arroyo.
So which call do you hear when you hear?
Uh,
Oh, so we're listening for the normal call.
yeah, it's,
I got
Phone's
my
up here.
phone.
yeah, Yeah, here I can
You're the one.
put this up here, but yeah,
Were
it
you
was.
with two other people?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it
I
was.
saw that, but
You
the
know, I
coordinates
saw
kept
Jesse and
telling
I
us it
didn't
was in the
put the two
parking
together.
lot.
I couldn't
Oh,
follow
it was. I wonder if my GPS wasn't working and
Yeah,
it.
because we put it on and
Oh,
it just
and
had
it
us
just
in the
told you
parking
right.
lot.
Yeah, it
Oh.
just took us to the parking lot and we're like, I wish this person would have.
I'll
it's
have,
okay.
have
We
to
ran into
update
it.
that.
It's
Yeah, it's. I went on there and copied
So
the
you saw two
data.
of them? I
Yes.
think you reported.
Yeah, they were down there talking to each other. They were doing.
Haven't we been by that spot?
Yes, every time.
Yeah.
Not that one. This is what they were.
Yeah, Kirkery.
Yeah.
Kirkery, that's what we were listening
Funny
for.
Kirkery, but a different version.
Kirkery.
Okay, well.
So we were listening for the right
alright.
home.
What
Yep.
time of day was it?
8:15 in the morning.
Okay, so we were here.
So they
early.
were down there. Oh, here comes a
Maybe.
bunny.
Have you ever seen them late in the afternoon?
Not here, but yeah, in other places I have. Usually if it's overcast like it is today.
Right.
So they could be, they're still probably going to be down there. They might not be as vocal, but if you just kind of slowly walk up and down that little trail there, and
We did. We hung out there quite a bit.
Where it
And
goes
it comes
right
into
to
an
the
area with some
point,
real pretty nice
Yeah.
flat
and the-
rocks.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, man, I was standing on those stupid rocks.
Yeah, we were down there.
yeah. That was
That was it.
that's the
You wanna go
place
try one more time?
down there.
Not that far.
I'm game. Let me talk to
If
Gary.
you don't want to go, you can.
I'll go with you.
Oh, okay.
Hold on one second.
Okay.
Yeah, they're unpredictable. They'll move up and down. They were kind of flying that way down the arroyo, so they can be anywhere along there. And
It's the quickest way to get there from here.
I think just following this trail
This
around,
Yeah, it's just
as
down.
it's kind of the outer edge trail. You might be able to cut through the middle a little bit, but I don't know the easiest way to describe shortcuts here. So
Does buffalo make a lot of noise with its tail when it's flying?
they do a chirp when they're flying around. And yeah, there was just a buff-bellied flying
Yeah, we've
around
had
here.
quite a few, but I kept hearing a hummingbird doing that. I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah, they
exactly
do
what
that
the buff-belly
tick, tick,
does.
tick, tick, tick. And I had a rufous at the blind over here earlier,
Oh, good. Well, we'll look over there. Yeah, I'd like to get one different.
and the Altamira oriole's been coming into
Yeah,
the
we saw him
hummingbird feeder
yesterday.
over there.
We had a black
Here,
and white
that
warbler.
this chirp, chirp, chirp here, that's buff-belly.
No, this was almost like a broadtail mix or something there.
Oh,
You know what I mean? That
yeah,
that
the
noise
wing
they make with their
noise.
tail.
Yeah, yeah, the rufous do that. So
Maybe
if
it
you
was a
heard that,
rufous then. Okay.
the rufous
I know it was
aren't
a
as
hummingbird.
yeah,
I didn't see it, but I could feel it and
yeah,
that it was around.
yeah, yeah. The buff bellies don't make that much wing or tail noise, but yeah, the rufous, they're not as loud as a broadtail.
Right, this
but
wasn't as loud,
they
but that
they
gave me
do
that
that little
feeling of a
that
broadtail.
like two-stroke motor.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, that's probably the rufus.
Okay, good. So how long are you here for?
I'm driving back home today,
Gotcha.
but I dropped my guided clients off a couple days ago, and so
Where were they from?
they were from Oklahoma. So I dropped them off at the airport here. It was actually right before I dropped them at the airport is when I came down here and saw the Annies.
Oh, they were with you?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
But so now I'm here. We're live online. Actually, I'm doing a live stream on YouTube and Facebook.
Oh, no.
So.
Sorry.
Oh, you're perfectly fine. It's for all the birders that are stuck at home and couldn't come
Yeah,
down and
that's nice.
guide with me, and so I get to show them the birds and the interactions with other birders.
We've had a couple of rufous, clay-colored thrushes today.
Oh, good. I heard.
We
I
had
had
one
one flying by,
We've
but
had a couple of them.
haven't had a good look at them yet. Would be.
We had one over on that pond where the Annie's on the kiosk.
Oh, right. Yeah.
In there, and then we just had one over here.
Enjoy it.
He's chasing a
Oh,
Chasing
he's
a bug.
Mexican
Chasing a-
blue one.
Oh, was he chasing a
I
bee?
think so.
Morning doves.
But this waste down there and race back. Thanks, Jesse.
Yeah, good luck.
Good to see
Hope
you
you get the
again.
bird. Good to see you. I need to double check my GPS is working, because apparently the coordinates that I had it print out to me to put on that Ebird sighting just pointed to the parking lot here. Been having all kinds of issues with the GPS on my phone recently. Even when I'm driving down the road, it thinks I'm like 2 streets over or something, or if I go through an intersection or highway interchange, it puts me on completely the wrong path. So I think I may have roasted it somehow. There's a green jay above the bunny. Come on, camera, focus. If anyone would ever design a camera that actually focuses on birds instead of everything that's not bird, it would be wonderful. That's a nice looking green jay. Here's, let's see, a couple more green jays up in the tree. Yeah, there's an old orange. Buff-bellied right overhead. You can hear them chip, chip, chipping away. Green jays foraging. Nice natural habitat green jays instead of seeing them sitting on a feeder all the time. I say as they fly right down to the feeder. There he is. Another nice look at a green jay. Focus. I'd say it was a nice look at a green jay if the camera would focus. Oh, come on. The only thing in the frame, just there. Of course, it flies off as soon as I get it in focus. Because why not? Let's see, what else do we have here? We've got a nice little mourning dove. Rabbit. I'm not sure which kind of cottontail it is down here. I have to check it. Could just be regular eastern cottontail like we get in central Texas, but they look a little chunkier. Don't know if it's quite light colored enough to be desert cottontail. See those out in Arizona. So if anyone at home has a Mammals of the United States book and wants to look up what this little rabbit is, I would appreciate it if you would post it in the comments. And, ooh, orange-crowned warbler. There he is. I had these little guys around all morning, but I could never get him in focus. But there he is. And he's going to take a bath. Come on, splish splash, little bird. Yeah, he's going to take a bath. It's one of the few times you can actually see the orange crown when they get wet. There, you can see when he's turning his head just right, you get the orange crown. There it is. Finally living up to his name. little light-colored shoulder patch. There we go. Oh, there's two of them up here. Yeah. 1 and 2. 2 orange-crowned warblers. And back for more splashing. Not always the easiest to find at a feeder, but they come to water features fairly often. I think this is a third one. Oh, he's having a great time. Yeah, it's starting to get a little warm here. Oh. See, why does it say touch the subject on the screen? Let me know if it still says that, but whenever I'm trying to get the focus right, I guess that comes through. Yeah, see, when that turns on, yeah, that just comes through.
Are you a commercial photographer?
Not commercial, but I just do live stream stuff.
Alright. Anything good?
Bathing orange-crowned warbler. Had green jays.
There's a, if you go, are you familiar with this park?
A bit, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, the little, what is it, like amphitheater down here?
Oh, yeah.
That one's been a good spot. I saw the black and white warbler.
Oh, cool.
And Nashville warbler.
Ah, right.
What else? It's interesting. Nothing really to me, nothing super outstanding other than here's a good place to find warblers other than being at the coast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I might walk down there then. Thanks for the tip, Nashville.
And the white tipped dove.
Oh, yeah.
You'll see them cruising around, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one that walked by the path here a few minutes ago.
And sometimes like around here, down here, like different types of thrushes could migrate.
Oh, good.
This thrush on the top over here.
Yeah.
But it's really not that good this year because we haven't had much rain.
Yeah, it's...
Sorry, I didn't mean to dish to you.
Oh, no, it's perfectly fine. I'm always looking for more information on bird locations. So yeah, I might go try for that black and white. Thanks.
Are you interested in sparrows?
Anything but house sparrows and...
Yeah, there's a good spot for migratory sparrows if you get, it's a big grassy field and a farmer just cut it and made hay.
Oh, right.
So in the evening time, a lot of larks.
Oh,
and
cool.
Sparrows you like Harris's hawks?
Absolutely.
There's a family of 3 of them. They hang out there. Sometimes you see all 3 of them on the light post.
Oh, right.
If you go up Treasure Hills Drive,
Yeah.
all the way to the end, there's some empty lots.
Okay.
And in that area, you'll see tons of different migrating sparrows. I had, well, that I've ID'd, sparrows are a bitch, right? Lincoln sparrow, the lark sparrow.
Lark sparrows.
Lark sparrow. There's one that I'm trying to ID that has a little white stripe right down the middle, and two other little ones kind of going this way with the
That could be Savannah sparrow.
yeah, Savannah
Yeah.
sparrow then.
All right.
Yeah, because they're usually hidden as grass.
Yeah, they like to be down in the grass. Yeah, a nice mowed field would be great. Oh, thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. Always nice to get input from the local birders. I'll come on down here a bit. Might find olive sparrows along here. And we'll go down to, I think I remember the place where he was talking about, the little amphitheater down here that we might be able to find some interesting warblers at. We got the orange crown. Let's keep it going. See if we can find a Nashville would be great. Black and white would be nice. They come through Central Texas. Not a South Texas specialty bird, but they're still fun little birds to find. We didn't do all that great on the warblers yesterday down along the coast. flying through the air. Let's check that out. Now it's laughing gulls. Laughing gulls and neotropic cormorants. Trail. Let's gotta go around. Some nice sentry plants here. I'm not hearing any warbler chips or sparrow chips. I think once we get back into a little bit more cover, we should hopefully be able to see some there. And hopefully retain internet access. A few days ago there was a tropical parula seen in this area. It would be wonderful if we got a look at him. Amphitheater area. Let's see if there's any warblers. And they do have a habit of moving. They may or may not still be here. But we'll give it a check. And these pond areas, you might be able to find something like a kiskadee. Here where the sun's at our back. Have a little scan around. See if anything's here. Not seeing much, not hearing much. Do need to get some water though. Can't even submit my Ebird checklists for a couple days now because Ebird is doing their yearly maintenance. So if any of you are trying to get on Ebird or do anything, you can still keep your checklists locally in the app, but apparently they won't let you submit it for a few days because their databases are doing computery stuff. So I don't know how I can live without Ebird for a couple days. I just got a rare bird alert that the Dusky capped flycatcher is back at the Llano Grande bird blind. I don't think I'll be going by that area today, so I got to get back home sometime tonight. But if anyone else is in the area and wants to see a Dusky capped flycatcher, you can swing by Llano Grande. I've seen a number of them out in Arizona, and I have seen one at Estero a few years ago actually, during the festival too, so it might be the same confused little bird that comes back every year, or every other year. But it's a nice little Myarchus flycatcher, very yellow belly, finer bill than you'd expect for a great crested, a little smaller, more compact. Definitely much more yellow on the belly than ash-throated flycatcher, which is the other Myarchus you'd get down here. Not nearly as large build as a brown-crested flycatcher. They sound different, but I'm not sure if this one's been vocalizing at all. But I'm not seeing any warblers here. They have moved on. So I think we will move on a little bit more. Go further down the road, or the trail. Might make our way down to where that Ani was the other day. Let's see how far I want to cart all this stuff. Find something like clay-colored brush along here in the darker areas of the trail where thrushes can skulk around. Gray gnatcatchers. It is heating up. Usually at least the gnatcatchers will be around buzzing. Good morning. Break in the shade here. Got some nice big palms. Let's see how my internet is going. Yep, everything seems to be going all right. I'm not hearing a single peep or chirp. There's a little pond down there, but it's very overgrown with algae. I hear a kiskadee. Let's go see if we can find him. Sounds like he's right over here. Ree! Ree! Yeah, there's another pond. And they do like to be around ponds. Actually, we'll go in on this side of the pond so the sun is at our back. Hopefully, he'll be somewhere visible. Sounds like he's right up here. He was right up in this tree by the sound of it. Let's see where... Yeah, he's still up there somewhere. Chirping a little bit. I think he's right up at the top. There, he flew a little bit. Might be able to get him through a little window here. No. He does not want to be seen. Definitely wants to be heard. That's him. Very backlit, out of focus kiskadee. Oh, it's actually focusing on the bird for once. That's a new thing. And there it goes. Had to focus on the foreground branch. You can hear him really well. He's only doing part of his kiskadee call. He's doing the D instead of kiskadee. See if I can get the focus on the bird instead of Come on, focus on the bird. There he is. For a split second. In focus, kiskadee. And off he goes, maybe somewhere a bit more visible. Nope, he's going far away. Hey, we got a somewhat view and heard him a little bit. Oh, he flew around to the other side of the pond. Little ponds like this are usually where least grebe likes to hang out. But this one is so overgrown with algae, there might not be room for a little grebe to make his way in there very easily. Not too appealing to a little tiny bird to get covered in whatever that green stuff is. Need some type of algae, or if any of the plant people out there know what it is exactly, feel free to leave a comment. But let's see, it's completely covering the surface of this pond. Yeah, we got a kiskadee. And there's a house wren fussing. They're another skulky little wren. They don't like being out in the open. Carolina wrens and Buick's wrens, they'll jump right out in the open on top of a branch and sing at you. But these little house wrens, they like to stay down under cover. But you can usually hear them. There's lots of them around this area. You hear their little chit 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 chit. Oh, I'm going to get a little bit more water and then we'll walk a little more. Alright. Oh, there's another house wren behind us. It might be close enough to see, but he's deep down in that cover. You can see him moving way back in there. There's no way I'm going to get this thing to focus on it. There's plenty of house wrens around. Even up in central Texas. It's not really something that's a specialty down here, so I won't spend too much time looking for them. If you want to see a house wren, you can probably just go out in your backyard. Howdy. We'll walk a bit more. Hear the house wren chit chit chit. A couple house wrens. And the clicking of the buff-bellied hummingbird. Oh, finally a blue-gray gnatcatcher buzzed. Let's see if we can get a look at him. He's hopping right in there. There he goes. Blue-gray gnatcatcher. Really the only gnatcatcher you'd expect around here. A little further northwest and you can get black-tailed gnatcatcher, but not down here very much. Happens from time to time, but usually you're going to be finding blue-grays all over the place. And off he goes. Cool. Finally got a blue-gray gnatcatcher. So, butterflies. If all else fails and there's not many birds around, you can always look at the butterflies. It's not a area of my expertise. I don't really know what they all are yet. I've got a butterfly book that I need to study up on a little more. But there are plenty down here, and I know there's lots of people that come down to South Texas just to look for butterflies. It's just like birds, there's a lot of unique butterflies down here. Let's sit here and listen for just a second, see if anything is around. Here in blue-gray gnatcatchers and house wrens. And one northern cardinal is chipping. Go a little further up. Grackles, great-tailed grackles. Picking up a little more wind. Hopefully it's not too loud on the microphone, but it feels really nice. I heard an olive sparrow, but he's pretty far off into the brush. And just flew across the path out here. Probably northern cardinal. That's what I'm hearing chip. Moving into less of internet range here, getting into the yellow alerts. I think if we walk a little further we might get back. Yeah, they're coming back. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, right up here, if I remember right. No, this isn't the spot. A little further up. That's where the Ani was the other day. I think it was right down here. It's kind of looking familiar. This is the realm of house wrens I was in yesterday. I'm still hearing more house wrens here today, but there wasn't much else along this little stretch. But once you get a little further up here, get close to some more water, which I think is right around this corner up here. Ooh, there's a house wren in the open. As long as he's sitting there, we'll have a look at him. Yeah, there he is. Little house wren. very plain overall. They've got a little bit of barring on them. I don't think the resolution is good enough on my camera to get them at this distance. You can see a little on the wings and the tail. He's just chirping away. Check my internet. It's good. All right. Oh, house wren. Let's go see if we can find an Ani. Yeah, definitely the realm of house wrens right along here. I'm hearing about 3 or 4 more. Tick, 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 ticking away. They have a really beautiful song when they actually sing, but when they're just fussing, it's kind of plain, just tick, 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 tick. But then a stunningly beautiful warbling song. I remember it being. I thought there was a little bird blind right up here. I hear chips.